Hello YouTube, this is Darthin12 or DZ. I'm known on Polio as one who said malicious, and this is the first chapter of Dueling like a Swordsman. Basically how to play X Sabers right now in this format and formats to come. We're going to be covering the basics of the deck, several cards, how to play with them, how to do like all sorts of things with the deck. So let's start with the monsters. Brief explanation of what each one does. Let's start with the blood of the deck, the main part of the deck, what runs the deck. X-Saber Dark Soul. This little fellow here, 3-star Earth. This guy, every time he touches the graveyard at the end phase, for each time he touched the graveyard, you can get one X-Saber, any X-Saber from your deck, to your hand. This is very important. This is what basically sets up the plays, and yeah, this is what the deck lives and dies by. Alright, let's put that. Followed by the second most important card in the deck, Emmer's Blade. This is our Searcher. This is basically every time it's destroyed, when it's destroyed by battle, you can look for a level 4 or lower X-Saber monster and special summon it to the field. So you can look for another Emmer's Blade, or you can look for a Dark Soul, or one of the other following monsters I'm going to be reviewing later on. Put it over there. Our first tuner, X Saber Full Knight. Really important card, and one of our most powerful cards in our deck. It has a great effect. Has two great effects actually. The first one, very straightforward. When your opponent attacks, you can negate up to one attack. So it's kind of like a Necro Gardner. And then you have the second effect when it destroys a monster. Take note that I just said destroy a monster. It doesn't have to send it to the graveyard. Doesn't have to send. It could send it anywhere, graveyard, deck, whatever you want. You can get level 4 or lower X-Saber on your graveyard and special summon it. So, for example, if I run over a monster that has less than 1300 defense, I destroy it. I automatically special summon a level 4 or lower X-Saber monster like Emmer's Blade right here. And I can continue poking for damage. Really nice stuff. Let's put it here. Our second tuner, our second most important tuner, X Saber Pashul, 2-star. This is our exclusive Spirit Reaper with the X-Saber name on it. So yeah, it gets all the advantages of being an X-Saber, plus it doesn't get destroyed by battle. The only drawback is that you take 1,000 life points each turn, each opponent standby phase it's on. So yeah, you gotta be careful with this card. Third tuner, used to be one of our most important tuners back when Rescue Cat was in, but now it's kind of dropped down a little in usage. I only run one personally. This is X-Saber Arabellum, 1,600 attack. Its effect is when it does direct damage, you can basically discard one card from your opponent's hand. Really nice effect if you know how to use it. Finally, we have one of the recent X-Sabers we have received, like Dark Soul. Boger Knight made its debut in the Shining Darkness, and it's our Marauding Captain. This card gave us incredible power and incredible consistency on bringing our non-synchro boss monster, Fall Troll, into the field. Since Fall Troll required 2 X-Sabers to be put to X-Sabers on the field so it could be summoned. So this guy basically he's summoned. He activates the effect that's bring out another X-Saber. So you can bring Arabellum or Pashul or Full Knight or Emmer's Blade or even a Dark Soul into the field, and you have 2 X-Sabers you can use to summon Fall Troll. Really nice card overall. It's also 1900 attack. So that makes it a beat stick, so you can run over like Thunder King or Doom Caliber Knight, stuff like that. Alright, here's our boss, non-synchro boss monster, X Saber Fall Troll. this is the man. This is the guy that does all the synchro spam for us. So basically, it's like his effect is you special summon him. You need 2 X Sabers on the field. So let's say you get a Bogart and a Full Knight. And then basically its effect is to revive an X Saber from the graveyard to the field. So basically, if you have like a Emmer's Blade or something in the graveyard, well, you can special summon it. Or if you synchroed after you special summoned Fall Troll, you can then use Fall Troll's effect to revive the tuner you used for the synchro. Very basic stuff. 2,400 attack, really nice. Swarms, you can play multiples of him in the same turn, so really nice swarm card. Very nice, very powerful. And finally, last but not least, it's worth mentioning it. A lot of people, a lot of players like to use this card in their decks. And it's basically X-Saber Ragigura. Its effect is when it's special summoned, you can get an X-Saber in the graveyard and put it back to your hand. Now X-Saber Ragigura shines because sometimes you have to use your Fall Trolls for synchros. And since Fall Troll is a Nami card, in other words, it can only be special summoned with the requirements of the 2 X Sabers in the field. You cannot use like Monster Reborn, or you cannot use Kali Hunter on this card. Then X-Saber Ragigura recovers your Fall Trolls on the graveyard, puts it in your hand, and then you can special summon him again and use this effect again, which basically gives us like a small loop, which I'll explain later with X-Saber Golems and the synchros. Alright, so on the synchro side, we got first most important synchro, X-Saber Hyunlei. This guy is like a mini heavy storm. He just devastates the field, destroying up to 3 spell trap cards. Very powerful effect. 6 stars, Earth, 2,300 attack. Very nice card overall. I'm gonna put it over here. And then our other monster is, this was not so good, X-Saber Urbellum. This guy's gonna get replaced when X-Saber Sosa arrives, and it's basically very weak, 2,200 attack. Its effect is actually pretty good. It's just that he's just so weak. It's like, its effect is that if your opponent has 4 cards or more in his hand, you can take one of them and put him at the top of the deck. So basically, you like control what he's gonna draw. But overall, it's just a really bad card. So as soon as Sosa comes in, we're gonna substitute this guy. And finally, we got X-Saber Golems, our boss monster. 3,100 attack, can run over almost anything in the meta right now, and has a boss effect. Like, you can tribute any X-Saber, including him, and you basically discard 1 card from your opponent's hand. You can use this as many times as you can. So basically, you can like tribute stuff like Dark Soul right here. You can tribute stuff like Dark Soul or multiple Dark Souls and get the +1 from Dark Soul since he's touching the graveyard, and getting a lot of advantage because you're taking cards from the opponent's hand. Plus, you have a 3,100 attack beater, so yeah, that hurts. Alright, well, that's all the X-Sabers for now. That covers the basics, and then I'm going to stop the video here because I'm running out of time. So next video is basic plays with the X-Sabers.